Yeah, that looks like about it.
Welcome back to Digiburst, guys. I am playing BT6 Green Control over here on the left, and I'm going up against Gallantmon from the starter deck on the right. Pretty interesting decks considering that they're both rogue but also budget tier decks. Very friendly for newbie players. And we're both starting out really well with rookies and memory tamers to start with, but unfortunately I do not have a champion, so I just go right into a Cherrymon, popping it down straight away. My green control build is quite different to how it was in BT5, where in BT5 you're trying to just rush Nihogmon. Because we have access to the new Ancient Troymon, we're going to see a more blocker orientated build for green now, so we can start facilitating that Ancient Troymon. So my opponent now has a board full of 5k or less guys. So here I'm just trying to build up to a Nihogmon to wipe that board and gain a huge advantage. And luckily my opponent hasn't drawn into his level 5s to evolve past the Cherrymon to start picking at my security. Because all these guys are much weaker than my Cherrymon. So it's looking pretty safe right now. And no luck from my opponent, he's just going to keep building wide and keep building up, hopefully drawing into the ultimate. The Atomic Blaster here will hit something that will hit a sum of Digimon that are 8k or less in DP. So I hit my blocker and my Weedmon there. They add up to exactly 8k. So luckily for him, it's not one of my favorite cards from the starter deck, but I can see it actually working pretty well, hitting a low DP rookie, low DP champion, and maybe another champion if the sum just works out okay. Otherwise, it can usually just hit a ultimate by itself. If I've carved cross, that's not bad either. So the block here will get rid of the Agunimon, and the check here will hit the champion swinging into my security. We'll set up another tie, which will give a mega with 4 sources, I think, 2 extra security attacks. But I just go here, wiping the board, smacking over his last dude here, and I've got a really strong field presence now. And I might just have access to that Nihogmon if I can see my hand, I'm not quite sure. So he's desperate now, not seeing that level 5, popping down the Gallantmon because I'm pretty close to seeing game, potentially in 1 or 2 turns. So that Gallantmon here, if I can remove the Gallantmon, then I've pretty much sealed up the game now. Because the Gallantmon is his only way to threaten my security when I have 5, potentially 6 swings in next turn if I can see a Mimi. And here I go, finding my way to get rid of the Gallantmon. I set up a Reflesiamon with the hidden potential. Lilamon will suspend the Gallantmon, and then Reflesiamon will pump up my guys by 2k. So I can swing into the Gallantmon, removing it, and I can hit into his security, so I threaten the board, I threaten game next turn with all my hits. The Atomic Blaster will remove my blocker, but that's generally fine because I've set up such a oppressive board anyway. And the blocker here will especially not help. Even if he goes into something with Blitz here, my blocker will just keep my security or my Reflesiamon alive, and then I can push for game. And that's exactly what happens here. I block with my Woodmon. My Reflesiamon will just get rid of the rest of the security with the other board that I have. On to game 2. My opponent makes me start. He wants to see that extra card in hand to try to get a little bit more consistency. And good on him, because I did not start with a rookie. So I just hard play a Mimi and pass the turn. My opponent's got a good lineup to a rookie. His own memory tamer as well. Sets up, puts me on exactly 3 memory as well. Still no rookies on my side. I have to be a bit inefficient with the memory here, hard playing a Weedmon. I do have an ultimate in my hand, so I can start evolving over the Weedmon to potentially dig more into my rookies. So that's what I have to do, hard playing the Weedmon. And still no rookies here, hard play another Weedmon. Memory is not efficiently being used here because of the lack of options that I have in my hand. My opponent does not have the champion there from before, so he said he had to hard play the level 5, swinging in hits into my Chaosmon, which is lucky enough considering that ultimate was bigger than my Cherrymon. Still not seeing. There's the rookie for once, and now I can bring it out with my Mimi. And I just established some blockers there. I spy a Nihilog in my hand, which should be ready to blast the board once I have a ultimate over the blocker there. But I think I have a Cherrymon in my hand. Sorry, not a Cherrymon, a Blossomon in my hand. My opponent runs right into a Chaosmon here. It would have been flushed away with the Nihilogmon that's coming out of my hand next turn, but either way, still super lucky in my security, I guess. So I got another rookie here, and I can pump it out again with the Mimi because I have the Cherrymon on board. Very nice, efficient use. I'll play down the Argomon, Hidden Potential. No, not Hidden Potential. I go into a Cherrymon to suspend my Argomon, and then here comes the Nihilogmon wipe. Oh, but first I want to put him on exactly 3 memory to efficiently use that. And here's the Nihilogmon. That will wipe away his board. And I've got 4 hits next turn. He's only got 5 security left, so he'll live next turn. I will be able to pump out another guy with the Mimi since I do control a ultimate or higher. The Atomic Blaster will come out again, killing 2 of my dudes, saving his security at least. So Mimi, I can evolve into a rookie and pump that out with the Mimi. So I've got a couple of hits in here. I think I want to keep the blocker on board just to be safe. So I can evolve up this Weedmon into a Lalamon, and I think I just might remove that Gallantmon. Removing bodies is always good because the more field presence you have, the more likely you are to be winning in Digimon. And by keeping my opponent off the cards on the board, he has less options to evolve over and see the right cards and efficiently use his cards. So the Gaia Force will have to out the Ancient Troymon right now, and that brings out my hybrid. So I keep my field presence by the Ancient Troy replacing itself. And of course Mimi can pump out this another rookie. So I got 4 hits again, but I think I'm just going to hit with the Nihilog. I might just go all the way in here, considering that my opponent only has 1 guy on the board and nothing coming out of the nursery, so nothing is being threatened here. That's why I go all the way in. And throwing down the Ancient Troy just for a little BM, I guess. I've got complete control of this game, so there's nothing much my opponent can do from here. Unless he's got exactly scale up into a Gallantmon with security attack +2 plus a hybrid to evolve over the tie. In which case he would need also a Gravity Crush. And that is something that isn't really something he can have considering how few cards he has in his hand. So yeah, that would be game. I'll take that one. If you guys want to check out the deck profile of this one, I'll have it up very soon. Other than that, I'll have another one of these matches here ready to go tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.